Hello and welcome to What the Headcrab, episode 20. Thank you for joining me. And as always, we've got plenty of mods, including Punt news, some really great screenshots from them. Above the Catacombs has got some music tracks and a newsletter. Modificated, of course, we've got 10,000 screenshots. News from the Half-Life with no H.E.V. and an introduction to something called Alyx story. So let's get started with all of the news. So let's start with the mods. Well, the first thing you can see on the list here is Barn. This is a new single player mod for Half-Life 2. There's no ModDB page, and basically you and a sniper get caught in a barn when an operation's gone wrong. So those are all the details we have at the moment. So let's just have a look at the screenshots that we've got here. They're very much alpha. Here we go. So we got a bridge section. That's going to be fun to play. As I said, alpha, don't get too critical, and that's it really of those. Alright, so that's Barn. Expect more details as the time comes, and I'll update you as we go along. Alright, so the next one is Blue Shift source and opposing force source. And essentially this article is saying that they're still alive, and they've released what they're calling a demo, and I got really excited, but it's a demo for CS, so Counter-Strike 1.6 source. I don't know anything about Counter-Strike. I'm not going to download this, so people are sort of saying great, but there was a demo release of Blue Shift, and I'll have to look at that because that was only a few weeks ago, 31st, so I really missed that. I don't really know what's going on there. Anyway, so he's not dead and he's still working on. And if you remember when I first started these podcasts, sort of every week it was, Mr. Nikolai had some more data, some more images, and it was like, how can he be working on 3 things at once? But he seems to be. Alright, next one is Alyx story. Now this is interesting. This was sort of only just been announced. They're looking for people, or he's looking for people, Mr. Failcake, and there's a video, so check out the video, and there's some interesting screenshots, which I don't have up yet. Okay, so there we go, there's sort of a details there. I'll be contacting him and asking him if he wants to he wants to start a channel on the RunThinkShootLive Discord server, but more about that later. So another new mod has been announced, so that's always good news. Alright, now They Hunger Again. I don't want to be too hard here, but basically the response from the community wasn't that great when he released it. He's sort of done some questionnaires. He's talking about some of the problems. He's moving to a new engine. He's moving to Unreal 4. So essentially from this point forward I probably won't be covering it at all. What does bother me, and when I sort of say I don't want to be too hard, is that the game will be a 1-to-1 copy of the original They Hunger mod. That just seems really unfair unless he was involved in the first one, which I don't think so, but you can shout at me in the comments and tell me I'm wrong, but I think copying somebody else's mod is terrible. But if he is the original developer, which I don't think he is, because we all know who that is, so unless he's been part of the team, unless he's got permission, not really sure that that's a cool thing to do. Anyway, he thinks he's going to finish it in 7 months. He's got 7 to 8 months. He's got a link here. He's got $1 so far, and it just seems that people are not prepared to put money in. They want to see people make the games, and then I don't know. It's a whole interesting topic. Next up is Punt. Now they've been working really hard. So a bunch of screenshots. So let's jump over to those. Back up here. Here we go. Look at that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? That's really nice. So obviously it's like a Portal themed idea, but it's not just making it in Half-Life, it's setting it up, and of course you've got this 1930s Art Nouveau style going on there, so that's pretty cool. So back to that. Alright, so what they're talking about, well, they're talking about that they got 2 new members, which is great. It's always good to get lots of other people along. They've got their own blog, which you can visit if you want to. So same screenshots that I just showed you. There's a video, which I'm not going to show you. Please don't ask me to play videos within my video. All right, now in addition, Punt is also one of the first to get an official Discord channel on the RunThinkShootLive server, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but he's sort of mentioning it there. Drop by, we've got a special event planned in a couple of weeks. So so yeah, great work. I mean, I really love the chair and the tables, and excellent work. Alright, so next one is Half-Life with no H.E.V suit. So we got a little article basically saying it's actually going to be really quite hard to do, especially in Zen and things like that. But he thinks it's possible, and there's the only question that we've got going is what's going to happen with the long jump module, because the long jump module needs a H.E.V to work. And he's going to be like, well, who will notice? And really, it's more about the gameplay. I mean, it's not about making it exact. So anyway, it's just a short article there. So check that out if you want to. Alright, base defense, they keep doing some work. What they've got this time is they've got a gestures video. So again, I'm not going to play that video, but essentially when you place items, instead of just sort of placing them, you've got these kind of hand movements. I don't know whether they're different for different types of things, but okay, that's pretty cool. It's good to see them keeping working. Alright, above the Catacombs. Alright, they've got plenty of new tracks. I think they've got 4 new tracks, plus they've got a newsletter which is talking about some basic geometry work and things. So you can click that link there. They're working very hard. Tomorrow they will be mentioned in the poll question. So there we go. All right, next up, Dead Shift. Now Dead Shift has got some screenshots, so we're going to jump over to that. Up we go. There it is, just a couple. Sort of dark and moody. Plenty of details, and then obviously this is a much bigger area. Plenty of details going on here. Very interesting for me to look at shots like this now that I'm just starting to learn how to use gold tools. I'm sort of looking at things and thinking, how would I do it? Would I have done that any different? But it's very detailed, so excellent work. So well done to them. All right, here we go. Now, Half-Rat's Parasomnia, they've released a demo. And the interesting thing about the demo is that it's available in, I think it's 3 or 4 versions. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, it's 3 versions, okay? So it's demo 1.1, it's available in Linux, it's available in Windows, but it's also available for Steam and One or Xash. So if you've got either of those. So that's pretty cool, really, you know, great work for making it available in all of those formats. So go and play that. I hope to have played it by now and released a What the Headcrab special, but I just haven't had time. And next is a Black Mesa opposing force. We've got some screenshots. Now, it seems that to get the best releases, you need to be following Go Home and Die. So that would be my suggestion. Follow him, and then you get the high quality images. If we go to here, here we go. So these are the high quality images. I'm not really going to comment. Just a couple of working sort of in hammer situations. Just a couple of those. So there we go. Oh, and Modificated. Modificated have got some work out. I haven't put it here because I don't know, but it'll be in the list when you watch the video. So there are, as always, screenshots, so we're going to go here. It was my intention to wear those funny glasses again, but not today. Alright, so I'm going to go through these very quickly. Alright, so we've got different sort of types of lighting going on there. Sorry if this is too fast for you. And that's it. Oh my goodness. There we go. A lot of repeats, it looks like there. So that's Modificated, keeping up the groove. That's the one of the only shots in the group that actually looks like it's got normal lighting. So there we go. Finished with the mods. Okay, the miscellaneous section this week includes the videos, and all of them, all of them were taken from Reddit. I haven't sort of credited Reddit here, but I'm crediting them now. So the first one is there's Steam community talk about Black Mesa coming soon. Basically, somebody sort of started, why are all these lock discussions? Every time somebody starts a discussion about Zen, the Crowbar Collective were accused of locking the discussions, and they do when they turn into like name calling and things. So if we just scroll down here we go, we've got one of the developers here. Basically, we'll provide further information on Zen very soon. Now, you can take very soon to be what you want. Very soon could be days, it could be months. But anyway, so read the discussion there if you want to. Next up is a Valve News Network. Plenty of people love his work, and he really does get some interesting content out there. So he's got kind of a roundup of some of the beta content that's been released. I haven't watched all of it, I've just kind of watched the intro, but I'm just telling you because if you're one of the kind of people who love to just get out there and watch the videos, then you should do that straight away, and you probably know already about it. Now, I'm going to break my rule now, because I'm going to play a video within a video. This is Half-Life 2 Episode 2 unseen content. Now there's no sound on this, so this is obviously taken from when it was originally going to be called Aftermath, and I'm just going to watch for a little bit. Alright, so desperate to get my hands on these maps. I don't know if the person who made this video is going to allow that. I've got a feeling he's not. This next part is shocking. That was pretty cool, and then you can just, I mean, as you can see here, it's 16 minutes worth of footage, so there's a fair amount of it. Don't be put off by radiators in the things. I am convinced that this is original footage, but maybe you aren't, but that's pretty cool. Next is Valve doubling office space to make room for more hats. Okay, alright, so basically Valve's moving offices in March next year. They're sort of going to almost double the size of the office. So if you're interested in sort of Valve-y type news, then you can read this. It's not actually very long. I mean, it's really just this. So they're saying, oh, well, that means when they're going to start talking about Half-Life 3 and yeah, whatever. Alright, now next one is Mr. Gunnels is the author. He doesn't want Valve to make Half-Life 3. So if you want to sort of read through here, it's an interesting read. There's this great line here. Here we go. Valve doesn't make games. Valve makes money. You won't be satisfied with Half-Life 3. You won't be satisfied. Alright, so you know, more and more talk about all of those things. Will Half-Life 3 ever live up to our expectations? But anyway, so it's an interesting idea. Somebody actually telling Valve not to make it. So there we go, and we are back to the beginning. So what's been happening on Run, Think, Shoot, Live? Well, the first thing I want to tell you about is the Hammer Cup has finished. Okay, so the Hammer Cup's finished, and I made a video talking about the winners and an overview, and when you consider what the Hammer Cup has done, I'm really pleased with the way it worked out. It's like 69 maps or 59 maps, I can't remember now. I made the mistake in the video as well. But I mean, even if it's 59, that's 60 maps that we wouldn't have had, you know, without the Hammer Cup. So thank you so much for everybody who's entered. It's about 15 minutes this video, so there's plenty of details in there. So go check that out if you want to. All right, next up was Black Mesa Small Lab. This is a map pack. It's designed for the mod version of Black Mesa, but I don't have that installed, and I used it with the retail version, and I seem to have a little bit of trouble. There was a couple of times when I got sort of stuck. I don't think I'm going to be able to show it to you here. Yeah, I can't see, but basically there was a ladder missing for me, and there were some models that were sort of sticking through the floor and all sorts of other stuff. But maybe there's one sort of, no, okay. Anyway, other people have had success running it on the retail version. Other people have had no success running it on the mod version. So I really think that you've just basically got to try and get in there and have a go. I had quite a lot of fun with it. There's a fair amount of sort of empty space, and the fact that I got lost because of this ladder missing, that was like a bit of a disaster, and the video's quite funny really. But yeah, I had fun, and I recommend that you play it too. Alright, now we're going to talk about the Discord server in a second, but basically what's going to happen is if you have a mod and you want to have access to one of the biggest Half-Life Discord communities immediately, I'm inviting people to start their own text channel on the Run, Think, Shoot, Live Discord server. So that means that, you know, instead of having your own, and then hoping to invite people and get people. Start with mine, and then you've already got like over 120 people who will sort of interact with you. You could still have your own, which would maybe be a development one, where you could do private, you know, conversations, or public, but it'd be silly to have two. So this is what this is about. So if you're interested, let me know. And while we're talking about the Discord server, let's you know, give a very brief introduction to it. So this is it. This is what happens when you start. I'm just going to create a name, Philly making what the Headcrab. All right, and then we go in, and we can yeah. Oh, hopefully we don't have to. Yeah, we're going to skip the setup hopefully, and here we go. We're in. All right, now we're in. And what we've got is, the first thing that you can see is we've got this general chat, which is what this is in. And then basically people just talk. People just sort of chatting in here. Ignore the things. And there's lots of other channels. So there's one for Steam contests. And these are the ones that I was talking about. These are the ones that have official channels. So for example, the newest one is the core. So over time you'll see some exclusive content from here, or at least early content, and you can talk to the developers directly. And then there's 3 channels for talking about modding questions. You know, you just sort of jump in here and sort of say, what's this and how does this work, and you just talk about general things. There's also a mature channel. The mature channel is the only one that's not moderated. Of course, there shouldn't be anything that's illegal, but all of the other channels are moderated. There is no swearing. We don't want links to anything that's inappropriate. All of those channels are for family friendly talk. So this is what it looks like. You can see who's online at the moment. I'm not online because I'm not registered. I'm not logged in as myself. I'm just like pretending to be somebody. So you can come along and you can just see what's going on. All right, it says that there's only 2 offline, but that's not true. We've got like 100 people offline, and it's just like an easy way to chat with people. So I highly recommend people join it and start chatting. And you can even have voice channels, which we haven't begun to exploit yet. We're really more focused on the text channels. It's not going to replace the general chat on the site, because this is just sort of stuff that it's just too quick. You can't follow everything. I mean, in the last probably hour, there's been like a bunch of stuff that's been posted. So it's not something that you can follow and go back. You basically join and then chat with people, whatever they're talking about. So that's the Discord server. Highly recommended. It's a fantastic system. And as we get more interested in the voice channels, we'll create different voice channels for different games and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, plenty of things there. So that's it. Those are the things that have been happening on Run, Think, Shoot, Live. Okay, so I'm going to give away 2 games this week, and the first game is because it's the normal giveaway, and the second game is because the other one was politely declined. Now, both of these games are donated kindly by AA Ron from SteamContest.com, and you can see his website here. Now, the first game that I'm going to give away is The Witcher Enhanced Edition Director's Cut. Now, all you need to do to win games on the What the Headcrab videos is make a comment on one of the videos, and then what happens is the next thing. So here's last week's video. There were 39 comments. What's going to happen is I'm going to click a random winner, and the person whose name comes up is going to win The Witcher. If it's my name, then I just do it again. I don't know if the system is smart enough to actually not count me in, but anyway, let's go out. And the GOG, there we go. The GOG has won The Witcher, so I'll be in contact with him or her. Now, last week, as I said, the game wasn't given away because Crowbar politely declined it. So basically, I said, anybody who wants it, just let me know. And there were 2 people. There was Deadwater, and there was Emil. So this is how it's going to work. I go to random.org and I've got numbers 1 to 2. So Emil is the first and Deadwater is the second, because that's the order they come in. And this person is going to win Bad Rats. Ready? And it is Emil. So congratulations to him. Again, big thanks to Aaron, the Baron from SteamContest.com. Visit his site for lots of chances to win lots of games. The current one is Dishonored. So there you go. And there we go, another show over and done with. Makes it sound like it's a bad thing, but it's not how I meant it. Hopefully you've enjoyed these. Hopefully you're getting to see lots of mods and interesting things that you hadn't seen before. If there's anything you want me to cover, please email me, please contact me. Especially interested in getting like early access to things so that people have got a reason for coming to the videos. If you like what I'm doing, please consider supporting me on Patreon, or if you want to make a direct donation, you can do that with PayPal. I'm trying to make this my part-time living, so forgive me for pushing that, but I really want to be able to make a lot more content, a lot more videos, do a lot more in-depth things. So please support me. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. The more subscribers, the easier it is for me, and the faster you get to know about those videos. Please consider sharing it, so tell your friends about it, embed it in as many places as you want to, and do those things. Make sure you play mods, make sure you feed back to the community about what you've played, and that's it. I won't be here for another more or less 2.5 weeks. Next show will be on the 20th of August. So thank you for watching, and remember, finishing Half-Life is just the beginning. See ya!